Hello ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another video. So I'm just about to get some steps in here in Dubai, and I just finished a boardroom mastermind for the last couple of days. I had a few people flying in and going deep dive into their recruitment agencies, which was great fun. And now I'm just to Sunday and just relaxing a little bit today. So what I was going to cover off today was a few fundamental things that I was teaching over the weekend. Talk a lot about frequency and to become a millionaire, about the energy that you attract, and a lot about the Teachability index. So when you come to learn, you need to have a high Teachability index. And what that means is you have a willingness to learn, a willingness to change, and a willingness to implement those changes in your life to become a better version of yourself. And everything's frequency, vibration, and energy. And when you're doing that, you will attract way more in your life as well. Just bumped into a couple of friends as I was walking through the Golden Mile. And so basically what I was talking about was, having the frequency, having the energy to show up, and having that willingness to learn is important. And one thing I was trying to tell my students was that the thought part, like what you have in your mind and what you tell yourself every single day, is 80 to 90% of the success. And everyone's always looking for new skills, new techniques, new strategies. What is the hack? What is that one golden email you can send to win clients? All of that is just a myth. A lot of that comes down to having a strong mindset and having that willingness to succeed, being able to reprogram your mind, even the little negative thought patterns that you've had from friends and family members in the past. That is really, really the most important thing. And even when it comes to learning, it is reading the best books that have been stood the test of time for a long time, and reading them time and time again, and reading them in different formats. So whether you're reading a physical book, whether you're reading it on Kindle or Audible, or both, like listening to Audible and Kindle at the same time as you go through it, these things are really important, because then you're training your unconscious brain on a lot of these thought patterns. Even things like building the dream board. So it's the start of 2025, and I really think it's important for you all to go away and build that dream board and dream list of what you want to achieve in your life, and who it is you need to become, what it is you want to attract into your life. So I've done this many times throughout my journey, and would create like this vision board and book of like the person that I need to become, the type of habits I've got, the way I dress, the way I look, the people I hang around with, where I live, what my view looks like. All of these things are quite important. Well, not quite important, very important for you to achieve in 2025. So not worrying about how you're going to achieve it is just putting it out there in your mindset. Because when you actually write down your actual goals and what it is you truly want, and I did this in the event on the weekend, was when we got people to write down exactly what it is they're creating in their business, how much money they want to make, how much profit they want to take home, the reasons why they're doing it, and what it is they want out of life, it makes them realize exactly who they need to become and what the gap is between where they are now and where they want to get to. Then you can put a plan in place and trust the universe, as it were. So once you set the intention of the money that you want to create this year, you will be surprised the opportunities that will come about just from that. And I went all the way to getting them to write down what clients they want to work with in 2025, even if it's ones they don't even think they will potentially work with, getting that down on paper anyway. I told them a story about when I first started my agency, and I think it was year 2 in the business. I wrote on a big bit of paper with my brother, who's my business partner in the recruitment agency, all the companies that we wanted to work with in that year, and then writing down how much revenue we would produce from each one. And we put on names there that we thought there was absolutely no chance at that time that they would work with us. And we folded it in an envelope, put it away, put it in the desk, in the drawer, and then we opened it up a year later in the January. And it absolutely blew us away of the exact revenue that we would create, the companies that we were going to do deals with, and pretty much every single company we wrote down, we did business with. And even to the exact revenue amounts, I remember there was year 2, I think it was like £675,000 of revenue in year 2 we wanted to do. And I think we just touched at £672,000. It was literally give or take a few thousand away from our exact goal. When we actually wrote it down, we didn't even believe that we would actually achieve that, but we thought, hey, we'll just write it down anyway. So the magic of thinking big with that and putting it into the universe and setting the intention are really important. It brings me back to energy and having that, what we call high vibration in the field. When you get sick and when you get down and run down, that's because you're in a weak field and you're catching diseases because you're attracting people who are on that same lower frequency and vibration as you. So my students, that it's really important to meditate. And a lot of people struggle to meditate and even struggle to turn off for 5 minutes. I really honestly feel that that was probably the biggest impact that has helped shape me in who I've become right now. Having that calmness from within to be able to make more highly judged decisions in business as well, to keep the solitude and to protect my energy. So even just, I know I'm just around trees, for example, like one of my old mentors used to say, like, even if you're vibrating next to a tree, you're sitting down next to it and you're meditating, that electromagnetic energy that you get from the tree is getting you to a neutral state. So like getting you to come down to the right type of vibration and right type of frequency. And that's the same with your heart and mind being aligned. So when you don't get sick and when you're in a healthy state, that means you're positive thinking all of the time, you're feeling positive and great every day, you've got a good diet of fruit and vegetables in you, you're realigning your chakras. I'll show you what I wear every single day, and I've worn this for many years, is a Q-Link. So you can buy one online. I think they're about not even £100. So this is like copper wire, I think 10,000 meters or something of copper wire that is tightly strung, and it goes right in the center of your chakras. And what that does is protect you from EMF, but also realigns and keeps you calm. So it'll lower anxiety, helps focus, concentration. It actually even has been proven to help with your golf game because it's keeping your body steady. So yeah, for those of you that are interested, I would definitely check out getting a Q-Link. That's definitely been one thing along with meditation that has really helped me. So I'm just going to sit down here for a second instead of walking. And so every thought has an emotion that is attached to it. So high vibrational thoughts and emotions really strengthen your field of energy. So all emotions are felt in the heart and thoughts are produced in the brain. So as entrepreneurs, we think a lot and we probably show less emotion. When you're thinking a lot, your vibration can still be very, very high, but your heart needs to be aligned with that so you can raise your frequency. So it's important, obviously, you maintain positive thinking as much as possible, positive emotions in the heart. And that's why I try not to get trapped into bad news all of the time. So if you've got friends or family members talking about someone having a bad time or these type of things, I try and eliminate that as much as possible from my field, because it's really important to keep your vibration high and to protect your mind from these type of programmings. So when you're trying to reprogram your mind in order to change the programs that you've had in the past or negative patterns, we have to go beyond the conscious mind and start to affect the subconscious mind to recreate these programs. So there's many techniques, but the most effective technique is meditation. So when you enter a deeper state of meditation, we can really tap into the subconscious mind a lot more. One thing that I've been doing very recently was getting acupuncture. I've got a really amazing Chinese doctor here in Dubai, and she's been doing this for like 25 years. I posted her on my Instagram before because I really recommend her, a woman called Dr. Zheng. So I've had, I think over 14 or 15 treatments with her over the last 3 weeks. So pretty much going almost every day. She's really realigned my blood flow in my body, my circulation. She even told me I was maybe a little bit stressed, which I was surprised at, but it just shows that when you've got a lot going on with different businesses, you might not think you're stressed, because in my mind I'm not stressed, but maybe my body needs to relax more. So what she was explaining was there was maybe blockages in my blood flow which is why maybe my feet were getting cold at some points. And what acupuncture does is obviously you get your needles in at different trigger points to make the circulation go around. And if you've got good fast blood flow and good clean blood, that's going to really help you repair your body a lot of the time, help you calm down as well. So when I go to acupuncture, that is a form of meditation, because I literally go into a meditative state for a good 1 hour whilst you're lying in the bed with the needles in, and then she would help put like an ionizer, it's called, which will take away a lot of the magnetic field. And it's been transformational, and it's something I definitely recommend. I like leaning more towards what I would call holistic health and holistic therapy, as opposed to, there's a lot more people talking about the modern era of health and biohacking. And I like to meet somewhere in the middle. So yes, there's some great technologies. I've been to a great retreat in Switzerland before with all of the newer pieces of health that they do, but also things that have stood the test of time for thousands of years. So all of the Chinese type of herbs and remedies, which I've been having in my tea, the different ways of treating good health in the Chinese way of holistic therapy. So it's definitely something that I would recommend to check out. And everything else that's going on in the world right now, really excited with everything with Donald Trump getting into power now. You can see a lot of changes being happening, a lot of positive thoughts around the economy. And I hope that's going to reflect as well across Europe and the UK. For me personally, I'm going to be potentially moving back to the UK in the next few months. So I'm just currently looking for houses back in the UK at the moment right now, which is what people would think is crazy, or it's definitely a contrarian view. But I do have this belief and feeling that I think things will get better there in the next 2 or 3 years if the power changes hands and the positivity comes back in business. But also I do miss home, I would say as well. Yeah, so I'm potentially going to be flying back there in the next few days just to check out a few homes, and then also I'll be flying off to Marbella. I've got a second home there, and I'm looking to purchase a home in Marbella because I like spending quite a bit of time there. I really feel the energy there is good, the weather's perfect, great air, and good beaches, and nice restaurants, and a good calmer feel as well. So I feel like it gets a good balance between living in a city, whether it's going to be in London or wherever, and then having a bit of sunshine in Spain as well. So that pretty much wraps up today's video. I'd like to know if anyone has any feedback on their goals and their vision of what they're trying to create. I know I posted a video about that the other day, about your goals, but also about your vibrational energy, and if you're going to potentially try and get into meditation. And like I said, meditation doesn't have to be just sitting there and being in silence. You've got binaural beats, which works really, really well for those that are beginners. I used an app called Insight Timer. I shared that with in a previous video before. So you can do guided, or even trying acupuncture, because acupuncture, you can get in a good state of meditation, because that's going to calm your body down, and it's going to calm your mind down, and it's going to help you get in a good routine. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all soon.